Nigeria has long been famous for its literary talent, with writers like Chinua Achebe and more recently Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie known the world over. Here at the International Literature Festival Dublin in Ireland, writer Olumide Popoola and publisher Bibi Bakare-Yusuf discussed the past, present and future of Nigerian and African writing.
I started Cassava Public Press because I felt that it was not enough for Africans to tell their own stories, that we must own the means of production. We must control how the stories are generated, because whoever controls how the stories are generated also determines the circulation of those stories, the kinds of stories that get chosen, selected, or not.
One of Cassava Republic's authors is Nigerian-German writer Olumide Popoola, who makes use of her diverse background to create stories on themes of relationships and self-identity.
I think it's definitely a time for diversity in literature. I think there's so much hunger for different voices that are not just coming from sort of the dominant, they're not just dominant voices or the Western canon that we've been used to. My new book, Like Water, Like Sea, touches on a lot of themes. So most of everyone is sort of grief, but I think it's really about relationships and navigating relationships in a time when you're not very well, and motherhood and mental health.
The diversity of stories and characters in African literature is something Cassava Republic strives to promote.
What Cassava Republic has done is to say that through our curated list, to show the sheer diversity of stories coming from the continent. And those stories come there from the Secret Lives of Baba Segi's Wives by Lola Shuneye, to Olumide Popoola talking about a trans character or talking about a bipolar woman in London. So really to broaden the idea of what an African story could be.
With its base in Abuja and offices in London and the US, Cassava Republic is set to expand the reach of its authors across Nigeria, Africa, and the world.